Hello, my denizens of the deep. It is your host, Poseidon, from the Poseidon YGO Twitch page and the Poseidon YGO Broadcast YouTube channel. Here with the intro video for next month's theme of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game plan, Floodgate February! I know, everyone's favorite thing. I love flipping up Floodgates. So we have 3 decks for you guys to choose, operate, and for you guys to vote for. If you guys like any of these decks and want to vote for them, down in the description below there is a link to my Discord where I do have a community poll channel where you guys get to vote for this. So this is not for this month, this is for February. We already did that one last December, so we're playing for this month, Noble Knights. If you guys did not see the deck profile of Draco Pals, where I made that announcement, here's the announcement once again. We are playing Noble Knights for January, and whatever the winner of this deck for this vote will be played for next month, February. I will make that announcement at the deck profile end at the end of the month, for Noble Knights. But this will be voted for about a week, so Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time of next week to be as precise as possible. That'll be the 7th. I will edit this somewhere saying that when the voting is starting and when the ending. So let's go on to our 3 contenders. I know this is a bit weirdly formatted, but just bear with me. I'm trying to see what it is. So we have 3 categories. We have OTK, Control, and then the Jack of all trades. And I'm going to show you first our Control representative, which is Border Stun. Inspector Border is a very powerful card, admittedly not seen a lot of play, but I still think it is kind of the known as the Floodgate.exe deck, Border Stun. So Inspector Border can play cards like Inspector Border, Banisher the Radiant, Falso Dyna, Carter Demise, since there's going to be a relatively low monster count and a high spell and trap card count, Pot of Duality, and Extravagance because consistency. And it being a very high spell and trap card deck and with very low monsters, you can get away with playing more of the creative or, not so seenely played Floodgates like Macrocosmos, and play the ones that are more seen, such as, there can only be one. Admittedly, this deck does have weaknesses a lot. Like, for example, if you get Twin Twistered, that hurts. You get Reboot, that hurts. You get Evenly, that hurts. This deck is very back row aligned, so back row decks, back row hate is going to be the bane of your existence. Point blank and simple. So going on to our Jack of all trades deck is Sub-Tier Guru. Listen, I understand the irony of having these 3 categories in a deck that is primarily Floodgates, okay? It's not lost upon me. I get it. Don't worry about it. So, Sub-Tier Guru is more of a jack of all trades because he can put up some negates and has the potential to OTK as much as it sets up Floodgates. Now remind you, the jack of all trades is a bit of an arguable one, but just bear with me. So, Guru Control is based off your boy, Sub-Tier Guru. It can search Fiendish, which is a spell speed 2 negate that literally helps you set up a search for next play. Hidden City is literally just 3 extra copies of whatever sub-tier you're going to play. It can also play cards like Pot of Duality because it doesn't special summon that often. It can play Pot of Extravagance because the extra deck is as irrelevant as it can be. You can play cards such as There Can Only Be One, Summon Limit, and the In-Archetype Trap card, which is completely busted. And this is also the thing that allows setup for next plays and for OTKs. But, just like the last deck, and evenly a twin, a red Reboot does hurt the deck, and although it has the potential to OTK, it is more likely to get OTK'd if their opponent breaks your board because Sub-Terrors don't have very good recursion. But our last deck, everyone's ever so favorite deck to place, True Dracos, does not have that problem. They can recur, they can break board. I would actually say breaking boards is more of the True Draco style, because with Ignis searching the spells, Diagram searching the traps, which can both, spell cards can both pop the pack row, and then Apocalypse being able to pop monsters. Breaking boards and making sure their effects can go off is relatively easy with cards like Dragonic Diagram, Carter Demise, Pot of Duality, note, I'm not speaking about Sky Striker True Draco because that is a build of a Striker deck. I'm just giving you the core foundations. This is, think of me as in me trying to sell you this deck, trying to tell you its strengths and weaknesses. So it is a Floodgate deck, so you can play There Can Only Be One, but it also has its weakness. Otherwise, we would be seeing this deck top more often, such as getting Ghost Ogred. If you Ghost Ogre the diagram, that hurts early game if they already don't have it. Ashing their searches is always a fun time. Using Evenly Matched to break their boards. Twin Twisters Red Reboots also doing the same. Makes the matchup a lot easier in your deck. So, I hope you guys found this very insightful. I hope you guys enjoyed my absolute nonsense. I do apologize for that ringing. And in any case, lads, I have been your host, Poseidon YGO, wanting to wish you the best of luck in all your guys' endeavors. Take it easy.